When do we plan ending this unhealthy competition among our children? I mean, when is it going to stop? Because of what value? What is the essence? What do you need your child's position for? You want to measure in with other children. Do you need to measure your child with other children to know how well your child is doing? Or you need to measure your child with his previous performance to know how well he's doing? Which one is more important to you? And then your child comes first out of 20, and you're like feeling so happy, forgetting that, not realizing that the first 10 in that class actually had between 95 and 93%. 95.8, 95.7, 95.3, 94.9, the first 10. And then your child comes first, and you're like, oh, my child is the best. Pompous about it. Of what value is measuring other people's children with yours? How does it make your child better? How does it make your child be the best of himself? It's not about who comes first. It is about how well your child is doing. Measure your child's previous experiences, previous performances, previous things he can do to what he can actually do now. That should be your measure. That should be your gauge, not other people. And this unhealthy competition amongst us is what is driving so many people crazy. My neighbor has a nice car. I want to have one that is better than him, even if that car doesn't suit your needs, even if you don't need it at that time. You're not checking about you. You're actually focused on other people. And this unhealthy competition we have amongst ourselves is actually breeding lots of dishonesty amongst our children. There's so much examination malpractice. There's so much bribery. There's so much immorality because everybody is trying to get better than the other person. Everybody wants to have something better than the other person. My friend got a new car, I have to get one better than that. My friend has a new phone, I have to get one better than that. My friend has a new watch, I have to get one better than that. We forget what it means to be happy for other people, to cheer other people up, to try to raise other people up. We believe that once our child is there, then the other doesn't matter. But it does, because your child doesn't make a town, your child doesn't make a country, your child doesn't make a nation. It takes so many children. So be more focused on your child's personal performance, your child's personal ability, what your child can do, how well your child has improved. And then you can actually check with the average of the classroom. Being the first is not the end of it. And some parents could even almost kill their child for coming 20th. When the difference between the first and the 20th is just maybe like 10 marks, for goodness sake, when are we going to stop? This thing is not healthy for us. It is not healthy for our children. There's so much pressure on the children. There's so much pressure. Your child doesn't have the ability or the passion to pursue a degree, a particular career. But because you are so vexed in competing with other people, you want him to be a doctor because your cousin's child is also a doctor. And your child's passion, capabilities, strength actually tilt into being a tailor. When are we going to stop? We have to stop the crazy, unhealthy competition we're creating in our children. We just don't need it. The children don't need it. We should stop being so dependent on how other people think about us or feel about our children. Some parents would go the extra mile. They would lie. They would cheat. They would defraud other people because they want their children to look better than other people. We do not need it. We do not need it. Let us allow these children to discover their true selves, to discover their true capabilities and excel. Let us help them to excel on their own without having to compete with other people, without having to feel inferior to other people. Not every child will be an A student. Not every child will be the best academically, but there's so much every child can attain. They can attain the best part of themselves. They can attain the best things they want to do, the best version of themselves, whatever it is they actually want to lay their hands on, whatever skills they want to develop and be is something we can actually help them to achieve without making them feel that they have to conform to some standards that are not real. Many of these things are not real. Position doesn't matter. Measure your child based on his own